Hi, everyone. We're so happy to welcome you here today to present Park Hyatt to you. Angie, who's based at the property, will present to you and take you through the property, the resort, and show you all our facilities and why you should choose Park Hyatt as your leisure destination. I am Uma Campbell, and I'm based in the UK on the ground here to support you and help you with any queries, any information you need, and hopefully come and see you and meet you in person as well. So, Angie, I'll hand over to you now.
All right. So hi again, everyone. Good morning or good afternoon, whatever time you guys are watching this. So I'm here to present Park Hyatt Maldives, one of the best house reef resorts in the entire country. So before I would start, I would like to present you a short clip video. Just to have an overview of the entire resort. So let me just play this one for you guys.
Our ocean, our living island, her mystic depths, and her endless horizons. A source of profound renewal and exploration. On an endless journey of discovery, Hadahaa, an island grown, not built, timeless. We seek its depth. To harness its mystery, its power, a promise of beauty, of adventure, the sustainer of life. In her vast embrace, when you feel the expansive power of the ocean's embrace and the nurturing touch of living islands, transcending time and place, this is the beauty of nature's generosity. Calling us for in every moment, in every movement. It's here. This life force flows through us all.
Amazing. So to begin with, the properties, one of best and key selling point is actually our house reef. Not just any house reef, but it's actually located 360 all across the entire island. So it means whether you're staying in a beach villa or in an overwater villa, you will be able to access the house reef directly from your own villas. Now, our location is actually very strategically located in an untouched area of the southern area of the country. It's about 30 minutes by sorry 1 hour by domestic flight, and from the domestic airport called Kudu, we actually transport you to the resort with our own speedboat transfers. In regards to the distance from Mali to here is approximately around 400 kilometers, but the distance is actually one of the best reasons why you should be coming here into the resort, because we have one of the best and amazing marine life here in the atoll. Being away from the main city, our pollution, it comes to noise pollution, light pollution, and even in the air pollution is very, very minimal to almost nothing. There is no any other islands nearby. There are no close by resorts that becomes a hindrance to the beauty of the view from your villa or from anywhere around all across the resort. So going through our presentation, so we do have a total of 51 villas and a lot of restaurants as well. Currently, we are at 4 restaurants and 2 bars. And one thing I would like to highlight to you is because um, for those of you who has seen the property most likely or who's very familiar with the resort, I would like to tell everyone that we have just opened about 8 weeks ago our newest and latest bar, which is what we call the dive bar. So it's basically a dive bar and also a snorkeling lounge, because the location is right next to the jetty wherein people are going for their diving and for their snorkeling. So the idea is the guests can actually come up from their diving and from their snorkeling, get some rest from the bar itself, and just enjoy the views. So this bar is open during morning time until the evening. So it's also one of the best locations for you to observe the sunset. When it comes to the villa categories, we do have seven in total. Majority is actually coming from the beach villas, and we do have our overwater villas, including our Kiaali residence. One main thing that is easy for you to remember among our beach categories is that interior wise are exactly the same when it comes to layout. By the way, just to let you know, this presentation that we're using right now is the short version, just for you to get more of the main and core contents of the resort rather than the extensive one. For any requirements for your extensive one, we will try to reach out to you and share you the link for the extensive presentation. For the beach categories, as mentioned earlier, we do have the same size, same layout when it comes to the interior. So the differences between the beach villa all up until the two-bedroom beach pool villa is the size of the outdoor area and the deck, the pool and the deck. So that is the only difference between these two. And at the same time, we do have different kinds of views for each of the villa category, whether you prefer a much more what do you call this one? When whether you prefer an open view or an even closer area wherein you can get much more of the privacy. When it comes to our water villa categories, both of our overwater villas are located right in front of the sunset, which gives you one of the most amazing view of the sunset in the Maldives. So both of them in the same area. The only difference is that the pool being available in the overwater sunset pool villa. All the rest, when it comes to the layout, the size of the entire villa is exactly the same. And now it comes to our Kiaali residence. So our Kiaali residence is the biggest, and we only have one in the inventory for this bedroom, for this villa. It consists of three bedroom, and it can easily accommodate from six packs to around 10 packs as a maximum, depending on the demographic of the guests, whether they would prefer mostly kids or mostly adults. So in our Kiali residence, in this presentation, we would like to show a little bit of the glimpse in terms of photos as well of the key areas of the villa. So one of the things I would like to mention is that the villa does have its own gym. So you don't have to go all the way to the gym area. You will have your own gym in here as well. And the gym will also consist a foldable bed that can be used for the spa. So the spa actually can be done from your villa itself, and you don't have to go all the way to the spa area for you to enjoy a very good treatment. And then when it comes to the other facilities available in the villa, we do have a very nice and fully equipped kitchen available in the villa, which is mainly being used by our chefs for doing some showcase dining option. Like, for example, private barbecue for the guests, or they may even have a private chef for them making some breakfast in the villa itself. In regards to the dining options, so we do have our dining room, which is our all-day dining, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is available here. We have the bar, island grill, chef garden treehouse, dive bar, and koi. Among all of these restaurants that have been mentioned, everything except for koi and treehouse is already included for your meal plan options. That will be your full board, half board, and all inclusive. Whereas for those that are not covered, you are getting a discount of 30% if you are dining on half board and full board, and you get 50% when you are dining on all inclusive. In regards to other dining options as well, we do have a weekly barbecue that comes in two different themes. So once a week, we actually conduct a street food of Asia, and the second option will be the seafood barbecue night. So it happens on a weekly basis, and you can see in the picture here on the rightmost of the screen is a sample on how it usually looks like in terms of setup, the lightings, the entertainment that is being provided during a beach barbecue. This is one of the best way to actually showcase as well some of our local entertainment, as you can see in here, which we call the Boduberu. So the Boduberu team that presents in here are mostly from our own team as well here in the resort. And from time to time, we do invite locals from the nearby islands to actually perform for the guests. So I will not go through this meal plan details, but I would like to show this to you so you can put a pause. You wanted to view on how is the summary look like when it comes to the inclusion from your half board, full board, and all inclusive. So this will be basically how it goes. Additionally, when it comes to the experiences, that means mostly is our activities that you can do in here, the spa and also the dive and activity center. We actually do have plenty more of things to do. Like for an example, we may not have a kids club in the island. However, we do have a team, we call them experience team, which is handling all the activities for all the guests, including the kids activity. So they do prepare every hour by the hour different kinds of activities for the kids. It's not only during the high season, but it comes in all the months of the year. So for the activities as well, especially for the adults, we have plenty of key highlight activities, like one of which is the Coconut Master. So Coconut Master is something that we do provide for the guests as an entertainment to show them what are the things that we can do actually from the coconut apart from the ones that we basically know. When we think actually that we know a lot about coconuts, you will realize that you know less until the day that you actually see how the locals present to you the things that they take and they get from a coconut. And then one of the few favorite of mine in this activities actually is the Equator Experience. In the Equator Experience, it's like a combination of main of all of our activities put into one activity. So in the equator, you actually cross the equator. You actually do, you actually what do you call this one? We go there and we do farm fishing. We do as well snorkeling. We also do island picnic as well. So we go to a private island, and then for whatever fish that we caught during our fishing time, it's being cooked as well in the island itself, making it more fun and interactive for all of the guests. So it's becoming like a bit more of a local way on experiencing Maldives in the entirety. Excuse me. So of course, because one of our major activities that we do here is, as you can see, is more onto diving and snorkeling. I would like to highlight as well that we do not, excuse me, we do not have any kind of motorized activity in the island. So the island owners are believing in the sustainability concept of the resort. Sorry. In the sustainability of the resort, wherein we should be able to do activities only that does not hurt or have the least amount of carbon footprints whenever we do any kinds of activities. So that's one of the major reason why we don't do any jet skis in here or parasailing or anything that goes in that kind of activity. So apart from this, of course, we also do enjoy a very amazing night sky here in the resort. Being located in the south of the country, and we don't have much of the light pollution. The sky light is amazing. The stars are shining brightly, and to be honest, the picture that you can see in here is an understatement on how amazing and beautiful the sky is. I even do personally have a picture taken from my phone wherein you can literally see the Milky Way. That is how crazy it is to see the galaxy, or the sky area during nighttime, especially, of course, if the sky is clear. So these are just few of the key highlights of the activities and experiences that we do have in here. And also for your information, apart from the typical spa treatments that we provide, we also do have the availability of the Ayurveda treatment that comes from a minimum of 5 nights treatment. So we do have this available on the island as well with a free consultation. When it comes to the sustainability, one of the few things that I really love, apart from the fact that we do maintain the operations here in the resort, using very least amount of the plastics or the one-time usage of plastics. So we do have our very own reverse osmosis plant wherein we actually get our own water from the ocean water, both still and sparkling. On top of that, we also do have our solar panels available. As you can see in the picture right now, the solar panels that are being located in the overwater villas. And apart from that, it's actually also available in our staff area and associates area. We have about approximately 30% of our petrol usage is being covered by the solar panels. So what does it mean in terms of numbers? So the 30% is approximately around 5,000 liters every single month. So that is actually a huge consumption when it comes to bigger islands and bigger resorts. And at least this is one of the few small things that we actually conduct here in the resort in order to help in the sustainability of the country as well and of the resort. So on top of this, we do conduct a regular cleanup of the nearby islands. We do have a very nearby uninhabited island here, which we call Labadu, and we bring in some guests and also some associates to help and clean up those wash up shores with the plastics along the area, because in a lot of the local islands, some of the trashes in the area are being washed up in shore, and this is something that we try to do and conduct along with the guests so that they can also see on how much we try to protect each of the island, and hopefully they would do the same when they to their respective countries. So this is one of the few take homes that we try to extend to the guests as well when it comes to the island. And if you could remember from the beginning of the presentation in the video, it says our living island, because all of us here in the resort are providing our combined we do provide as well every department our own ways in order to maintain and keep the island as it is, as least amount of carbon footprints to be used in the entire island. And I think one of the things that I can easily tell you as well in that we have done in the past in order to do this is that even in the build of the island itself, we did not have so much of those villas in the area at that moment. And when we started building the villas, we actually tried to build around um, the 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 trees instead of across it. So if you have been into the island, and a lot of people can confirm this information as well, that when you go around the area, it's not a perfect circle when you're walking into the island. So I think it's very common for you when you go to one resort and you experience in walking a full 360 of the island is one full straight circle, but here it takes about a full left and right, and it really avoids certain areas, and it's mainly because of the main trees trying to be avoided in cutting. So we try to avoid these things because we wanted to retain the original form of the island as much as possible. So in regards to our presentation, I know it was short, I know it was quite quick, but I hope that you guys have enjoyed and have learned a lot about the resort. And if you do have more questions, you can always contact, of course, Uma as our counterpart in UK, and our partners as well from Hummingbird.
Oh, thank you very much, Angie, and thank you for joining us and for watching our video. I think the basically the other main takeaway is that the distance, the journey is worth it. You get the exclusivity that Maldives is known for. You get the authenticity that Maldives is known for. We offer you that beautiful house reef, and nature is probably the main sort of reason that you would come and experience this island, and trying to save it as it is really and keep it as it is. So yeah, thank you very much.